He's a Grammy-winning artist with millions of fans across the globe, known for chart-topping hits and electrifying performances. But now, Chris Brown's career is hanging by a thread. The world watched in shock as breaking news surfaced. Chris Brown has been arrested in the United Kingdom in connection with a violent assault charge. And this isn't just a slap on the wrist. If convicted, he could be facing up to 16 years in a UK prison. This is a deep unfolding scandal, and the questions on everyone's mind are, what happened behind closed doors? Why is this case only blowing up now? And how could it end for one of R&B's most controversial figures? Let's unpack the full story, unfiltered, unscripted, and eye-opening. On May 15, 2025, what was supposed to be another triumphant stop on Brown's 11/11 World Tour turned into a nightmare. Just hours before he was due to step on stage at a sold-out concert in Manchester, UK law enforcement arrived at his hotel. Eyewitness footage, which has since gone viral, shows police calmly but firmly escorting Brown out of the building. There were no outbursts, no shouting, just quiet tension as officers took the superstar into custody. The arrest wasn't some last-minute decision or a surprise move. It was based on a warrant issued all the way back in 2023, a warrant that had been gathering dust until now. The charge? Alleged aggravated assault with intent to cause grievous bodily harm, a serious criminal offense under UK law. But the story doesn't end there. The alleged assault took place at Tape London, one of the capital's most exclusive nightclubs. Known for its celebrity clientele and high-profile events, Tape has long been a playground for the rich and famous. It was during a private after-party in early 2023 that things allegedly took a violent turn. Abraham Diao, a music producer who has previously collaborated with Brown, was in attendance. According to multiple eyewitnesses, a heated verbal exchange between Brown and Diao spiraled out of control. Tempers flared. Then, without warning, Brown allegedly reached for a large glass tequila bottle and struck Diao over the head, twice. The blows reportedly rendered Diao unconscious. He was rushed to the hospital with serious injuries, including a concussion and multiple lacerations. Doctors later confirmed he was lucky to be alive. In the weeks that followed, Diao filed a police report and later launched a civil lawsuit demanding $12 million in damages. His legal team cited long-term physical and emotional trauma, claiming the assault had derailed his career and caused irreparable harm to his mental health. But curiously, after that initial filing, the case seemed to vanish from public view. No major news coverage, no arrest, no charges filed, until now. So what caused the sudden revival of this case? According to legal experts, the answer lies in jurisdiction. Because Brown left the UK shortly after the alleged incident, local authorities had limited options. Rather than attempt an international arrest or extradition, which can be a legal nightmare, they waited for the right moment. And that moment came in May 2025, when Brown re-entered UK soil for his concert tour. Once Brown was in the country, the authorities acted quickly and decisively. His arrest in Manchester was a calculated move, timed to avoid media frenzy and ensure cooperation. But even with his superstar status, Brown didn't get any special treatment. Initially, he was denied bail and held in custody, a development that stunned fans and raised serious questions about the gravity of the charges. On May 21st, Brown stood before a UK magistrate judge. His legal team made an urgent appeal for bail, arguing that he posed no flight risk and had a packed tour schedule that he was contractually obligated to complete. The court agreed to release him, but under stringent conditions. Brown had to post a staggering $5 million as a security deposit. He also had to agree to surrender his passport after the tour concludes and report daily to local authorities. His next hearing is set for June 20th, and it promises to be a pivotal moment in this case. While the criminal case moves forward, the civil lawsuit filed by Diao is also gaining momentum. The $12 million suit alleges not just physical assault, but emotional abuse and a pattern of violent behavior. Diao attorneys have stated publicly that they plan to introduce a pattern of conduct argument, pointing to Brown's history of legal troubles and violent incidents. This brings us to a darker chapter in Brown's past. His history with the law is long and controversial. Most famously, he pled guilty to felony assault in the 2009 attack on singer Rihanna, a case that shocked the world and forever altered his public image. Since then, he's faced multiple allegations ranging from battery to restraining order violations. Although many of these cases were settled or dismissed, the cumulative effect has left a lasting stain on his reputation. Critics argue that Brown has long benefited from celebrity privilege, often escaping full accountability due to his fame and resources. But this case in the UK might finally break that pattern. Under British law, a conviction for grievous bodily harm with intent can carry a maximum sentence of 16 years in prison. This is not a civil infraction. This is not a slap on the wrist. This is jail time. Serious, career-ending jail time. The public reaction has been split. Hardcore fans are rallying behind Brown, insisting he is innocent until proven guilty and accusing the media of orchestrating a smear campaign. Others see this as a long overdue reckoning, a moment where justice may finally catch up with a man who has repeatedly skirted accountability. So what happens next? June 20th is the date circled on every journalist's calendar. That's when Brown will formally respond to the charges and possibly enter a plea. The hearing could reveal new evidence, expose damaging testimony, or open the door to a high-profile trial that dominates headlines for months. One thing is certain, the stakes couldn't be higher. Chris Brown's future, both professionally and personally, hangs in the balance. A conviction could mean not just prison, but the end of endorsements, record deals, and international travel. His brand, already fragile, might never recover. In the world of fame and power, second chances are rare, and third chances are almost unheard of. For Chris Brown, this might be the final chapter, or it might be the start of an even bigger reckoning. We'll be following every twist and turn as this story unfolds. Subscribe, stay alert, and keep watching, because the next chapter is coming, and it's going to be explosive.